Volcano that exploded 350 million years ago.
Hi everyone! It's been a really long time, at least it feels like forever for me. I think this is probably the longest I've gone without making a video, which is really crazy, but life happens. I'm sorry if I still sound a little bit stuffy. I'm still recovering from a cold. I basically got sick like right as soon as we needed to take off for our trip, which was not pleasant. So I'm sorry if I sound a little bit like extra sultry. I promise I feel really good. It's just I still have a bit of a cough. Thankfully, like I didn't feel bad at all. There was only like one day that I felt like absolute shit, but aside from that, like I had like, you know, typical symptoms like runny nose and a cough, but I didn't feel bad, which is good. So yeah, I definitely had planned to make like some really cute aesthetic videos of our travels in the UK, but honestly I couldn't even talk for like a second or laugh without starting to cough, so that went totally out the window. I loved the UK. We had so much fun. We went to London and stayed there like 2 days, and then we went to Edinburgh and we were there for 3 days. So I would definitely recommend both places. They are really beautiful cities. We saw a lot of historical sites and natural sites and museum hops like crazy, so I would definitely recommend both of them. I did plan to share a blog post with you all of what I packed for that trip. So Edinburgh was freezing. I think it was like in the 30s or 40 degrees, and London was a little bit warmer, so it was in the 50s. So last year I wrote a similar blog post, and a lot of people found it super helpful for packing for their own trips, not necessarily to Europe or the UK, but just in general to travel in the winter or like colder months. So I will make a blog post about that, and I'll link it below so that you know exactly what I packed, and hopefully that helps you all pack. I also have a couple other things that I wanted to share with you that I thought were helpful for my trip. Right before I left, I actually got gifted a travel adapter, which could literally have not come at a better time. So if you are planning to travel to Europe or the UK or anywhere else in the world, a travel adapter is super handy. And let me show you the one I got because I love it. I've had other travel adapters in the past, but they're all kind of wonky, but this one was so good. So it's I think the brand is Tessan. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it has these little slider functions on the side, so depending on where you are in the world, it'll kind of slide out. So this is so helpful. I know this is like such a nitpicky thing, but like you all know that I am like this, but most travel converters that I've had in the past, when you slide out the UK, this bar, you have to manually slide it out. I know that's so dumb, but like it would piss me off so much. So we did have an older one before I got gifted this one, and that's how it was. And it just annoys me. Like it's an extra step. Like if you're already sliding a piece out, why do I have to like take a separate piece out? So I thought this was awesome because it literally just slides out on its own, and it also has a European one as well, so super easy to use. Another thing I really loved about this is obviously it just has like the usual one, so you can plug any plug into it, but it has USBs, which nowadays is so helpful because you have so many different devices that you need to charge. Like it's not enough to just have one plugged in. Like this, I could plug in my computer, like my camera charger, my phone charger. It even has a USB-C. I don't use that one as often, but it's always helpful to have because I know some of like the newer devices have it, so that's really awesome as well. Yeah, I just thought that this was so useful, so I am so grateful that this was gifted. Literally, I'm not even kidding you, like the day before I left on the trip, I was like, wow, it could not have come at a better time. So definitely recommend one of these if you're planning to travel anytime soon. Even if you don't necessarily need a travel adapter, like you're going to a country that has the same voltage or whatever as the United States, this is super helpful because like I said, it has the multiple USB, so it's really small and compact, and you can charge multiple devices, which is always handy on a trip. And then the other product, which I think I've mentioned it to you before, maybe on my Instagram, I love fanny packs. And I bought this one, if you remember, on, I think it was for like the Amazon Prime Day sale, and I am obsessed. So now I can fully say with confidence that this is my favorite fanny pack. I have a couple of them, so I am a fanny pack connoisseur, if you will. It's deceptively small because like it's huge on the inside. So I think I've shown it to you before, but I'll give you the tour of my bag again. But it's basically like just one big pocket, but it does have smaller little dividers. So on this side, it has like one big additional pocket, and then on the other side, it has two smaller ones. And then on the back, it has another zipper. So again, I loved it because it's so compact. Like it's tiny. It's basically like the size of my hand, and I fit so much crap in here. I had like my passport, my wallet, which like if you're a woman, you know that we have these like chunky ass wallets. I don't know why we even have such fat wallets, but anyways, so I had my chunky wallet, my chapstick, my lipstick. Since I was sick, I had masks and tissues. I had like gum. I had my travel. I have like a tiny little travel tripod. I had that in there. My sunglasses. I think that's everything. Maybe some more stuff, like miscellaneous things, like throughout the day as we picked up like stuff, I would put it in there. I think at one point I had like literally an entire Rice Krispie in here. So snacks included. Yeah, it was so handy. I am obsessed. I think I might buy one for like everyone in my family. Like I think I'm gonna buy one for my mom, my sister, because like it's awesome. And honestly, it's pretty gender neutral, so I feel like I could even buy one for like my husband or my guy friends, and they would still be able to use it, and it looks like really sleek and cool. So I am obsessed with this, so I needed to tell you all about it. Like I know I've probably mentioned it to you before, but now I have like weeks of using it, and it's really awesome. I love it. And then I also want to share with you all the awesome stuff that I bought. So one of my favorite things to do when I go abroad or like travel, of course, is shopping. Not just because like I like shopping in general, but I love to see the different items that are available in other countries. So of course I had to check out some Christmas decor abroad and all of that. First, I want to preface this by saying like I'm not like a souvenir person. I don't really like souvenirs. They're usually like super bright colors and all of that, and I'm a neutral soul, a neutral person. I love me a neutral color, so I don't like gravitate towards souvenirs. So I try not to buy anything really, like just for the sake of saying like I went to that place and I bought something there. But I do love to buy something while I'm on my trips that is useful, because then every time I use it, I remember like that trip that I went on. So I've done that before. I think when my husband and I went to Europe, we bought like a bunch of little things. So we got like a couple of like wood cutting boards and like some like graters for the kitchen. So I know it sounds weird, but then like every time I see those things, I'm like, oh, I remember like that trip where we bought it and all of that. So I prefer those kinds of things versus like a magnet that goes on your fridge that like you never look at ever again. So that's just my own personal thing, I guess. But these are all the things that I got over there. So first of all, we don't have Primark in the United States as far as I know. I think that's how you pronounce it, Primark, I don't know. So I was like super excited to go back. I think I went like years ago with my family. This time we went and I got a couple of things. So first I got this puffer. I love this color. You all know me very well by now, and I love a neutral, and this color is like my latest obsession. Is kind of like this like cocoa-y color. I think it's like the exact same color as, or very similar to, my little fanny pack. So I'm obsessed with this color. It was such a handy puffer. Like I think I might have mentioned it before, even like a year ago in my winter capsule video. I have such a hard time finding puffers that fit me well because I'm so tiny. So I only had like one puffer that I still have, and like I was going into the winter and I'm like, crap, like I'm gonna be screwed without another puffer. So I was so happy I found this one. I do still look like a marshmallow, but I think I look like a stylish, cute marshmallow. So this is how it looks. I think one of the reasons why I liked it so much is because, I don't know if you can tell, but it's cropped. So it hits me like right at my waist. So I don't look like, I still look like a marshmallow, but I look like a proportional marshmallow. So I think that it looks so cute, and I just love it. Like it's a chunky look, it's really comfortable, and I personally love a hood on a puffer because then if it starts snowing or if it starts raining, you can just like put it on, and you're good to go. So absolutely loved it. I think it was only like 22 pounds, which is like probably like $27. So a really good deal for a puffer. Then also at Primark, I got this purse. I always carry a tote when I go shopping, not only because it's just like handy to like throw things in there, but it serves as a bag. If I run out of like my reusable bags to put things in, I can just shove a bunch of stuff in here. So I love a good tote, and I had like a super like crappy one. I think I bought it for like 10 bucks off of Poshmark. Like it wasn't even like real leather or anything, and I've had that for like 2-3 years, so it's like barely kicking. Like everything, this is like coming apart, like the color is like fading on the bottom, like it's a hot mess. So I've been trying to find like a beigey neutral one, and I haven't had any luck here, like, or finding any that I like. So when I saw this one, I was so excited because like it's the perfect color. It's like really big, so it's a good size, and I love that it has these side pockets. Like this is so handy for you to put like anything that you don't want to get like lost in the tote. But also like I always carry a water bottle when I go out shopping, so for my water bottle that would be great, or like sunglasses or something that you just want to have like handy. So I love this bag. I'll see if I can find a similar one. If not, I'll try to link the same one from Primark, but again, I don't know that it's available in the United States. So if you're not in the United States, definitely recommend this purse. Then I think I posted it on my Instagram while I was there, but I went to a Home Goods. Well, I think in the UK it's called HomeSense, so HomeSense / TK Maxx over there, which I think is so funny. Like, why did they change it? So I got a couple of ornaments there. So I got this big one with these little like almost like a turtle shell, I don't know, or like alligator skin it reminds me of. Then this one here that has a really cool like textured glass effect, and then this really pretty mercury one as well. It's so cute, and like you can't see, but it has like bits of like brownish stain. I think it's so pretty. You can expect that my dad was like, why the heck are you buying ornaments of all things to take back home? But y'all know I love me a good deal, and these ornaments were like £3.50, which like ornaments here are so expensive. Ornaments that are that size, I think these are like 3 or 4 inch ornaments about. These are so expensive. Like the cheapest ones that I had found were the ones that I shared with you all on my Instagram, the velvet ones, and I think those were like 3 for like 20 bucks or something. So like they're expensive. So when I saw that those were 350 like pounds, which was probably like 5 bucks each, I was like, I need to buy these. Like I don't know how I'm gonna get them back, but we just wrapped them up really well, and they're like really sturdy. Like they're like really thick glass. So my mom was like, yeah, these will be fine in transport, and they survived. A part of me is kind of like, damn, I should have bought more of them because they're really nice quality. But then I also went with my sister and my mom to this like really big store. It's kind of like a Michael's or a Joann's in the UK. It's called Hobbycraft, and they had so many cute things. I think I was gonna go crazy in that store, but I'm like, I can't take that many things with me. So I tried to be very like particular, and I only got one thing, and I got this kind of like advent calendar that you can hang. People use it for advent calendars a lot, but these are just kind of like pockets that you can put things in. So I thought that this was so cute. These are so expensive here. If you look them up even like on Amazon, which is supposed to be like some of the cheaper versions, they're like over 20 bucks or maybe more. I think this one was only 13 pounds. I can't find the price on it now, but it was like basically half of what it cost over here. So I was like, I need to snatch one of these up. I haven't decided yet if I do want to try to make it into an advent calendar or if I want to use it to store things, because these kind of pockets are really good size. Like I can put like my glue sticks in here, my rub and buff, and all of the other little like things that I use to like make my DIY projects. So I haven't decided, because it would obviously be a very cute advent calendar as well, but we'll see. If I don't use it as an advent calendar this year, then for sure next year I can try to make something out of it. I think it would be cute either way, either as an advent calendar or like for storage. So I had to get one of these. Then I also wanted to tell you a little bit about thrifting in the UK, because I was a little bit surprised by how different it is from the United States. So most of these stores, like there are a couple of like used items, so like household goods, clothing and stuff like that, but they also have a lot of items that are brand new that you can purchase, that I think that these like organizations that run the shop, they're like charity shops. I think that they buy these things to then sell them at maybe like a marked up price, and then, you know, they use that money donate for like the donations for the organization. So I thought it was really interesting because like you do see that occasionally in like some like thrift shops here in the United States, but it's not as common. But over there, like every single shop that we went to, it had like that aspect. So I thought that was interesting. I did get only 2 things when I was thrifting because a lot of things were also super expensive. I'm used to like pretty cheap prices at like the thrift stores here, like obviously with some exceptions, but yeah, I thought that everything over there was so expensive. So I only got a couple of things. I got, for example, this mat which again, like my dad was like, are you kidding me right now? Like you're buying a mat? But I hadn't found any that I liked at the stores here. And again, I told you I love a good deal and I know a good deal when I see one. And this was only, I think, like £7. And here I think they're like 20 bucks, like at Target, or 15 or 20 bucks. So I thought that that was a good deal. And I thought it was so cute. I love like the simplicity of it. And I haven't seen any with like snowflakes like this kind of like pressed in or engraved into it. So I thought that was so pretty. I had to get one. And then I also got this little bead garland, which is gold. It was only £1.50. But see, this is what I mean about like, it's kind of like they bump up the prices, because then I saw like the same exact garland at a Tesco, which is like a supermarket, and it was like £1. So I got duped. I had to pay 50 extra cents, but I was like, whatever, it's for a good cause. These organizations are like doing a ton of good things, so I'm like, it's okay, 50 cents extra, I can afford. But yeah, I just thought it was really cute, and it's pretty long, I think, because it's 10 meters. I mean, I'm terrible with the metric system, so I don't know how many feet that is, but I feel like it's gonna be a good size just by how much is in this box. So that was everything I got in the UK. So again, like they're not necessarily like souvenirs, but then whenever I see these things, even when we put up our tree every single year and I see those ornaments, like they're not screaming UK, but like I remember like where I got them. So it'll be a reminder of like the trips that I went with my family and like what we did and all of that stuff. So, but that is absolutely everything I wanted to share with you all. Been doing a lot of shopping, a lot of stuff has been going on, and since I'm back and feeling a little bit better, I'm finally going to start decorating for Christmas. So I know technically I started, like I made my little village, but I still haven't like set up our tree or our mantle or really like anything. So I definitely need to get a move on, because it's almost the first week of December and I need to decorate more than anything, just because I want to be able to like enjoy all the Christmas decor, since last year we really couldn't. I'm also trying not to stress out. If you haven't started decorating for Christmas and you're like super busy and like running around like crazy, you know, like don't feel bad. Everybody can decorate at their own pace. I know there's people that decorate like right after Halloween. There's other people that wait until after Thanksgiving. I actually used to always wait for Thanksgiving. We would put the tree up together. So it's kind of weird to like be away from that tradition now, but I still spend Thanksgiving with my family, so I'm thankful for that. Even if, you know, we didn't maintain our usual traditions, that's perfectly fine, as long as I was able to spend some time with them. So yeah, I still have a lot of decorating to do, a lot of like little DIY projects that I want to work on. So I will try to share those as soon as I can. But I also, you know, want to enjoy the process of decorating, and I don't want to feel like rushed. So if you don't see like videos back to back to back, that's probably why. I'm taking it slow and decorating little by little. So there will be a video next week though on my Christmas decor, so you can look forward to that. But in the meantime, I hope you're all having a lovely holiday season so far, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye.